What's up, fellas? Ladies and gents? Whatever you would like to be called. Don't care. Come one, come all. This is the GPD WIN, and I just updated and shut down. But don't worry. Here in just a second, you're going to watch my silly intro, and then you're going to watch like 15 minutes of me fumbling with this game. You're going to see why it might be worth your money, and you're also going to see, well, a little bit of gameplay, because I wasn't really sure what to do. I didn't know if I should just like skip through everything and just make clips, or I did get some constructive criticism on my little sneak peek video. I guess people want something a little more consumable. So this is going to be probably the longest video I've ever made. Going on from here, hopefully I get better at editing, so my videos are well, they're worth watching for that length of time. So this is the new release of Persona 4 Golden for PC on a GPD WIN. Let's get started. This video was ready and rendering, and for some reason DaVinci Resolve did not want to render. I don't know. My computer's a little outdated. So forgive me. I've already seen this video through several times, and now I'm having to re-record the biggest part of it. This is the opening sequence. You can kind of see how you've got audio stuttering. The video obviously loses a few frames. It misses a few frames. It's not flawless. This is the biggest problem with the entire experience, is the in-game video and the just the videos that play. You know what I'm trying to say, the in-game movies. Forgive me, it's incredibly frustrating to have to redo a video whenever it was... I don't know what's going on, but here we are. Okay, this is the opening sequence. I'll go ahead and let it play through, I guess. Well, I don't know how long that is, to be honest with you. So here we are. Now you'll notice that now that we're away from the video file, and it's actually like rendering it and playing it here in front of us, it's pretty presentable, right? I know this is really clear right here, but I'm not going to be able to leave it that way, just because it is just far too difficult. Excuse me. This is kind of a ruder. This is a very basic setup. We're actually in my garage right now. This is where I shoot videos of an entirely different nature. Which, if you're into rebuilding four-wheelers and stuff, you know, you might look up Shetty's Shed, but I won't get into that right now. Okay, let's just move on. I really didn't want to make a new account, or a new game, but let's just do it. Try to get it over with. Nope, can't even reach the internet out here. So listen, guys, if you want a gameplay video, by all means, please let me know. I don't mind doing that. I will definitely do this again if it's something that people want to see. I don't mind. But this video, I just want to basically go through the different settings and show you what you can expect if you put this game on a GPD WIN and, if you were to install this game on a GPD WIN and try to play it. As you can see, I'm out in my shop. I'm not plugged into anything. I don't even have, nothing. I'm not set up for this out here. There are happy, bouncy children in there, and I can't re-record this video in there. So here we are. And as I was saying, I'm just going to skip through as fast as I can and do more of a setup guide slash, just a, I don't know, a tech demo. I don't even know what you would call it. We're just going to roll through the settings and see what it plays like. Okay, so this is Igor. He wants to read our cards. Okay, put in a name. Oh, yeah. See how fast that was? Yes. Oh, of course, ask me again. Okay. Don't look over there. You don't need to see that. Okay, Igor. Let's talk to him for a while. Yeah, read my cards. Yeah. Let's see. A tower and a moon. Wouldn't you know it? I don't know why I kept doing that. Forgive me. I know that I can't skip it until the little orange thing's down there. It's frustrating. As I said, it's frustrating to have to start all over, but I don't mean to take it out on the viewer. Forgive me. I'm calming down. Really dirty. I need to clean this thing off. Okay, so here's another prime example of a video how it's just not playing very well. I can't help but I can't help but wonder exactly what this is, as far as I just really don't remember this. To be honest with you, I mean, I know they're definitely trying to sell me a magic soda, but I don't know. Forgive me. I'm coming at this as someone who's never played the game because I don't really remember playing it. So, but we're gonna skip past that and get on into the game. Now, whenever I figure out what my limitation is for video length or whatever it is that caused the render to fail, I would love for people to hit me up and say what they'd like to see. Now, primarily, my focus will always be VR, but as the console's near closer and closer to being released and everything, video gaming is only going to keep growing, and I'm only going to keep investing in it. So, if for some strange reason you think that I'm entertaining or whatever and you'd like to hear from me, then let me know what you're interested in playing. Or if you see my setup or my systems, whether it be VR or whatever, if there's just something you would like to know about what I do, just let me know. Write a comment. I try my best to take everything into consideration, all inputs and everything. Because I'm not here to make a profit. This is just something that I do, and feedback helps me do what I'm doing.
You dropped this. Whatever. All I did was pick it up.
Seems like foreshadowing, huh? No, he's Harry Potter, clearly.
Did you get
It's just that scar on his forehead.
What's wrong?
Voldemort,
Okay.
everyone. Okay, so here we are, and what I'm going to do is show you what you can and can't do with the limitations of this system while playing this game. So go over here to graphics, rendering scale. I haven't dialed this far up, but at this point, that's what I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that, and we're going to do our best to not even mess with shadows. I will turn it up to high and turn shadows on once, and then you'll see why we're not even going to bother, because that is what slows this game down the most, is your shadows. Okay, so as you can see, it actually plays just fine at 200. This is the first time I've dialed it up, so maybe that video file was corrupt for a reason. Check that out. Pretty playable, right? Not too bad. It actually looks even better. Let's see if I can just kind of get in frame. Pretty close. Yeah, see there? I mean, this, what this really reminds me of is playing on a Vita. Like, now that, because I mean, a lot of my time on PC games on the GPD WIN is just, adjusting it and getting it all set up. That's what it's usually boils down to, is that. But in this, I don't know, it reminds me of the Vita. Okay, so I know that works, and that's good news, but let's zoom back out, and let's change our settings here. Okay. So this is where it starts to fall on its face. So we can go to graphics, and I'm going to turn this back down just so we can kind of get a feel for it. There's 100%. Put shadows on medium and turn shadow on. Turn this on low and turn that, well, you can read. Now we'll go over to display. Wait, no, we won't. Hit confirm. Yes. Go over to display and put it at, let's see, the native resolution, which is borderless, and VSync on. So I mean, this is like, okay, do your worst. And then you'll start to see how it's not really the same. So I mean, his shoes are made of molasses at this point. It's not. I mean, the visual sort of like resolution and everything is not ugly, but the motion and everything, you're losing a lot of motion there, a lot of frames. I don't have the little ticker put up there. I'm not that concerned with it because I wanted to be able to showcase this to people that may or may not want to spend a ton of time understanding everything. I can tell you that was like 20 frames a second, but if that. But we're going to, let's see, graphics. We're going to take that back to 200, and let's just turn shadow off. And we'll turn this off and turn anti-aliasing off and leave that. So rendering, oh goodness. Oh. Okay. Well, be right back. I don't know which setting crashed it, but whatever. Let's see if we can pick up where we left off. I hope so. Let's see. This may be the video, or this may be the game file that I did on one of the previous videos that have fallen on their face. So forgive me if I skip some areas. It is what it is. I'm just going to. Okay, good. I am rambling for no good reason. So we can see it's still not super great. still pretty slow. Let's go into settings and set it up to the best configuration that I've come up with, and then I will try and just like showcase that to you for a little bit, and then I'm gonna shut this off because I don't want to record this again. I have things to do with the fam. So shadow quality low, shadow off. Okay, so turn anti-aliasing off, and rendering do 175. Okay, let's look at display. Okay, let's see. I think that is probably what did it. In my experience, let's turn that off for now. In my experience on a GPD, or, well, really any sort of low-spec gaming, trying to get the most out of it, you start with resolution. That's where you take your first dig. That's where you start to cut back on it. If you try to run a high res, well, that's, like I said, I'll keep it basic. Whenever you're trying to play a game on a system that can't really handle it, you turn the resolution down and then you tweak from there. So, okay, we didn't crash the desktop this time. That's good. I bet it's pretty playable now. Oh yes, look at that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is advance just a little bit further. See if I can get this in frame. Okay. Just advance a little bit further in the game. We'll go up to his bedroom. And, yeah, we're done here. I don't know. Maybe we'll take time to figure out what his cousin does for a living. I guess we have time for that. If you're still here, then I guess you probably have time for that. I certainly do. Hashtag unemployed, am I right? Okay, so keep this from being too long. I'm going to tell you. He makes a suggestion.
So, you're a mom, and I know it's only for a year, but getting stuck in a place like this because of your parents, well, it's so long as you're here.
He just tells him to make himself at home. I couldn't remember what it was he told him, but now they're going to start eating. He gets a phone call, and they're like, hey, we need you to come to work. And he's like, well, I'm glad I didn't get drunk. So he gets up and he leaves. And immediately, when her father's out of the picture, his daughter's like, we're going to watch some TV because I'm Nanako and I make the rules now. So she's going to flip on the telly as soon as he walks out. Watch. Oh, car started. Exactly. Okay, so we'll do that, and as you can see, I mean, this is a current render. Like this is the machine actually doing its work, and there's no issue, right? It's not bad. But zoom back up. Yeah, Dad's a detective. He takes off and he does things. And this reporter was caught having an affair with old dude, and yeah, it's really boring. I agree. And then this place is selling you a bunch of crap, but I mean, there's no telling. It kind of looks like it was trying to say DVD. I don't know, but let's see. Move on. She sings the Junes. I think it was called Juness. Sings the song. Okay, so I'm gonna go up to his bedroom, or maybe I'm tired from their long trip. Okay, so I guess I need to go to the bedroom. I'm sure there's something really exciting in there. Yep. Alright. So, this is how I'm going to end the video. So, not this screen, sorry. So, if you really want to see what's going on here, so it really does remind me of the Vita, is the best way I can put it. As far as
like the way that developers had to develop their games. Because if you remember when the Vita came out, there were, we had we had home systems that were plenty powerful at that point, and the Vita was a step back from that. But the Vita had 2 analog sticks and everything else, so it had to be written in a way that the games would play. And I think that a lot of that must have transferred over into this, because it just kind of fits. You know what I mean? It's the best way I can say it. And if you're looking for that nostalgic experience, if you actually came from a Vita, or that's how you played it, if that's what you're looking for, I think that this is a great option. And there's also the fact that Vitas aren't necessarily cheap. They're going to start getting more expensive. You heard it from me. I am a wizard. I know these things. So they're going to start getting more expensive, and as they do, just like everything else, people are going to consider alternatives. And I really think that the GPD WIN might actually be that alternative, because they made quite a few of them, because even though it's kind of a niche sort of thing, they're out there. And as the Vita starts to get more and more expensive, this might be an alternative. But who knows, following that same idea, maybe this thing is going to get super expensive. I don't know. Just overall, it works.
All right, so I hope I've done someone some good here. I don't really know what I'm doing. I kind of do, but it's like you have gameplay videos and then you have demonstration videos. But I'm gonna try to put some timestamps in the description and kind of give you an idea of where different things are. But that video is the longest video I've ever shot, and I guess I just don't feel comfortable doing it. I think I'm wasting my time. But I've showcased here how it's you see what I'm saying? This is real time, and I'm not plugged in, so I'm not getting that boost. But let's see. I mean, it's definitely playable. So there's that. The main reason I wanted to do this is because Persona 4 I think is a pretty interesting game. It's different. It's not really my style of game, but I remember it was so hyped for the Vita that I bought it, and then I think it was the first game that I bought digitally on my Vita, if I remember right. But anyway, it's a viable. I mean, I think it's a good match for the GPD. And the GPD, the original, is kind of getting on in its age, and this particular game I think is great for that device. So if you have any questions, I don't mind uploading all kinds of videos about this game. If one person says, "Hey, I want to see," as you get as far into that game as you can. If you really want to see a 2-hour video, I'll make it. I'm not used to making long form videos. If someone's really upset about the fact that I click through all of the dialogue and like you want to know what's going on, just say so and I'll do it all over again. But like I said, I just wanted this to be kind of a tech demonstration. The long to short, if you want to play this game on a GPD WIN first gen, what you're going to experience is pretty much unplayable video content. All of the cutscenes, you're not really going to be able to watch them, but the game itself, it plays fine. It's not beautiful, but it's certainly far beyond playable. I think it works out pretty good, and I think it's actually kind of a decent pairing. So that's that. I'm going to start editing this monstrosity, and I really appreciate you hanging out with me. Peace.